Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. I reported a couple of videos. One that said that a black man was shot in the back as he was running away from the place, as witnessed by a number of Fox reporters. And then I posted another one saying that that wasn't true, according to Shepard Smith. One of my viewers, who sent me a number of emails that I've posted and turned into videos, just sent me another one, and he's in Baltimore. Here's what he wrote. Hi Gabe, I'm in Baltimore now, about 5 or 6 miles from the conflict area, so needless to say, we are watching today's events with a high degree of interest and concern. I probably saw the same series of events that you just did, namely, that there was a midday shooting reported, and then about 20 minutes later, there was a declaration by police that no shooting had occurred at all. So something is weird. Why would a cop deny an event that the public said they had just witnessed? And frankly, I believe both parties. And I'll explain why. You also probably saw the same interview that I saw, that of a young African-American woman who witnessed the shooting by police of a fleeing African-American man. Her description was that a cop car pulled up and then an 18 and 19-year-old black man ran and he was shot in the back. Of course, we will surely find out later what actually occurred, but my first thought is that the quote-unquote shooting this afternoon was a staged, false flag event. It is the only logical explanation that I can deduce that explains the polar opposite contradiction reports, meaning that something occurred or was potentially acted out like a theatrical play. We know for a fact that Obama was behind the Baltimore riots precisely because he chose to comment on them. He orchestrated them by calling for the riots and simultaneously telling the Baltimore mayor to, quote, stand down, end of quote, so that the rioters and professional protesters could do what they did. It long fits Obama's pattern of commenting on and hyping racial events, tragedies and injustices. Obama wants a riot, and he wants blacks and whites at each other's throats, neither trusting the other. A few thoughts. Many false flags appear to occur only on weekdays. My guess is that it's because of the news cycle. A story on Friday at midnight has less legs than a story on a weekday when most journalists are at work. It makes no sense to me that police, especially given the enormous sensitivity of the subject, would shoot a fleeing black man, quote, in the back, end of quote, as it supposedly occurred. But then again, I do not doubt that the young African-American female witness being interviewed on Fox this afternoon believed what she saw. She did not look to me, and she did not fake her anger. It seemed real. So, did she witness something? But my guess is that what she watched was not real, meaning not real cops, and not a real victim. The victim was whisked away. I don't recall seeing any blood. It is possible that the victim and the police car with the shooting cop were staged and not members of the real Baltimore police force. Because I also believe the Baltimore cops, who minutes later came on the scene and declared, and I believe them, that no shooting had occurred. Any blood? All we saw was a revolver on the ground. I did see an ambulance take the man away, but I'm wondering now if that was staged, exactly as the Ebola ambulance and the containment doctors was staged in Atlanta. One fake cop car, one fake ambulance, 2 attendants, and a fake fleeing victim. That's my guess, at least at this point. Though I admit I could be wrong, and time will tell. I don't know what happened yet. I just think something stinks about the whole story. And my first guess is that the guy with the floppy ears is behind it. Well, when you stop and think about it, what the viewer wrote makes a whole lot of sense. Not only in that Obama wants a race riot between blacks and whites, but what if Mike Tobin of Fox News, and what if that young black witness saw what they saw, and what they saw was the staging of a false flag? Is that possible? I heard the witness testify as to what she saw. She wasn't acting. That was real. I heard Mike Tobin say, "We don't need cooperation. I saw it." These people aren't going to say what they said if they didn't see what they said they saw. The only thing that makes sense, since the Baltimore police said nothing happened, is that it was a false flag. But it was a false flag that got caught by the wrong people, the Fox News reporters. It got caught too soon. We'll see. But folks, like I said, I don't make the news. All I try to do is to report the news. And when I take one of my viewers' comments and put it into a video, as I've done in this instance and numerous times with this particular contributor, it's because I enjoyed what he had to say. And I gotta believe that many of you will as well. If you do, please pass it along. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And oh yes, thanks for subscribing.